I think, like I mentioned, I was stagnated and I was looking out, but also I had deep-rooted fear in me that I am not going to get a job anywhere outside, and hence maybe that conclusion, okay, I'm going to retire here because I was not on paper qualified. I'm not an engineer. I don't have any master's degree. I don't have any so-called technical certifications, but here I am managing IT services projects for the last 10, 12 years. And so I was very sure that I'm not going to get a job outside. And if I do, I mean, yeah, I would get something exactly like what I was doing, probably, yeah, standard 20-30% raise when you jump a job, and do same thing, just brand is different, but basically doing the same thing. So I mean, that is how I really figured out that I just don't want to reach out to a recruiter, because updating a resume and sending it to a recruiter, so there are many people who give their services hardly in 500,000 rupees also, I think, and that would have been the easiest way out. But I knew doing that will only land me up in similar kind of stagnation, similar kind of emotions in 6 months or a year, where the so-called honeymoon period of the new organization will go out. And hence I decided to reach out to the ma'am to really figure out what I wanted to do, because I knew that I wanted to be in a job, uh, where I'm really connected to people, where I'm really working with customers, interacting with them day in, day out. Work my team or I'm doing is I can see that, and I'm really helping, customers solve their business problems, was where I was really connecting to. And I was always trying to do that in my previous organization, going out of my way, helping customers, really giving them solutions, understanding their pain areas and coming up with good ideas. So I think there where it was where I realized that I'm not going to be able to continue in a similar profile, and I needed to figure out, but what I want to do, what my growth is. Is it just going to be a similar designation, just like I said, the standard increment that senior managers get in the IT industry, like 20% or something? So with that confusion, with very less confidence, I approached Nutin ma'am to figure out this growth journey for me. I was lost, I was confused, I didn't know what growth at that point of time meant for me. I just knew I wanted to grow. I just knew, like, monetary and work wise, role wise, I knew I had to do something different. With all that confusion, with all that lack of clarity, but knowing that I want to do different, I reached out to ma'am, and that's how my journey started last year around February, I think.
And how did it go? Where have you landed?
So now I'm in Accenture in consulting, like I said, where generally the tier one MBA graduates are picked up. So most of my team members are IIMs and ISBs. But initially I did feel a bit, overwhelming, but I knew that Accenture has hired me for something I can do well. It's not my family company or anything who will just take me. So I knew I am capable, and so I joined Accenture in October last year with a 62% increment, which was unimaginable at that position. And I mean, yeah, I remember when Nutan ma'am told me to write this figure of an increment. It was already, I think, 45% of my salary that time. And I couldn't even write that number. My hands were shaking to write that number. And she was like, no, you have to write. And so that's why there were incantations. I really had to visualize that salary offer letter coming, and it was an amazing process. And I landed up a job in consulting where I'm really working with clients C level, so like CEOs, CIOs, where we actually sit together, discuss their problems, and we have consultants, SME consultants. So I am of course working with Japanese clients, and we are really helping them solve their big problems, and doing business or management consulting for them. So a dream shift, I think, probably unimaginable for most of other people, jump from IT to consulting. And now I think, apparently I got to know in Accenture that consulting is like the cream layer or the niche layer of people. So I am feeling good about myself now.
Wow. So here is someone who was really doing very well